Hello, and welcome to a very special edition of the Sound 228. My name is Lisa Wills,
And I'm Matt James.
and tonight we have got the world premiere of Dreams by Brenden Starr. He is waiting for us very patiently backstage. But before we get things started, Matt, what's up, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm
It's
here.
uh, it's been a few weeks since we've been on here, and we are missing two very important people.
We are. Kevin and Jared are at the ballerina partnering dance event. We're hoping that they take home the gold tonight.
Right.
Absolutely. So, what's been going on with you? You recently had the opportunity to go see Barry Tomorrow at a very small cap venue in Bristol. They just released a new album, which is freaking epic.
It's
So,
it's
how was it?
it's it's been on repeat. The album's absolute insanity. For me, I think it's their best album yet. It gives their last album, The Seventh Son, was introducing Tom and a new era of Barry Tomorrow, and they were like
Mm,
sort of highlighting the new members and the new, I wouldn't say new style, but the new era.
right.
His new album has got the whole new era, and it's got Dan ripping those hards, and it, just go and listen to the album. It's incredible. But that show, holy fuck! Like I go to the Fleece a lot. It's what 400 cap venue.
If that.
I have never in the years that I've been going to that venue seen it like that.
Oh
It was
man.
utter fucking carnage.
Oh, it's my favorite place to be in the middle
Like
of the carnage.
it was wall to wall pit, wall
Oh
to
my
wall
god.
pit. It
Oh,
they opened up, they came out, and it was all black and just nothing, no lights. They all came out, and it was pitch black stage. And then you heard the intro to Abandon Us, and Dan ripped his vocals open, and it was chaos for the next 45 minutes.
man. How many
And
songs
I
they
got to
play?
meet
That's
the
a short
band.
set.
It
Was it
was only
just
an album. It was an album launch show. So Dan said that they were asked to do 5 songs, and he said, "We're not doing that to our fans." So they did a 45-minute set. Bless him. And you've seen them live. You know what they're like.
yeah.
You've been at the Fleece. You can only imagine what it was like. It was, and I got to meet the boys afterwards, which I've been looking. I've been wanting to meet them for a very long time. Um,
Yeah.
they're a big help in the struggles with my mental health with their music, and especially Dan with his positivity throughout COVID and stuff. So it was one hell of a show. It's probably the best show I've been to in a very, very, very long time.
Nice. I'm
What about
happy
you? What
for
have you
you,
been up
Matt.
to? What have you been up to? What have you been listening
Um,
to?
what have I been up to? I've been listening a lot to the Barry Tomorrow album. I'm not gonna lie. And that's been on repeat a lot for me. I've been listening a lot to Dead Eyes, a lot. They've released so
Yeah,
much good new music. And they've got a great tour coming up with Archers and Rivals and Of Virtue. So I'm excited about
yeah.
that.
And I know you've recently discovered a new artist as well who's killing it. Pink Noise.
Oh, right. So
Yeah,
sorry. Yes, there's a new artist that's they have got two songs out right now. They just released their most recent one, Bittersweet, on Friday. We added it to the station. I am all about it. I love what they are doing. So head on over to Instagram, Pinkish Noise, head over to Spotify or Apple Music, Amazon, Pink Noise. Please go check them out. They also have a collab that they did with Magnolia Park that's on their latest album. So please, please, please go check it out. Let's support these emerging artists with like, share, follow, and let us know in the comments. Tell us what you're listening to, because you already know what Matt and I are listening to. We love
yeah.
metalcore. That's
Metalcore all
usually
day
all we're
long.
listening to.
All day
You
long.
know,
But
although I must say today I did I was listening to a bit of Normandy today. I had a pretty rough day at work. So
Normandy's always in the mix somewhere alongside.
Normandy is always in the mix. I gotta have it. Um, what category are they competing in? Oh, okay. It's the point class. It's point. So it's when ballerinas go on point. there was some discussion over the tutus. They were arguing over if it was going to be teal or if it was going to be pink. So I'm not sure actually who won that argument, but J-Rod, thank you for asking.
Right. And apparently we have to behave ourselves
Good.
because
He can give us updates.
that's why Kevin's watching. So hey Kevin. Now before we do bring in Brenden, I want to touch on something real quick.
Let's do it.
It's been a long 5 years since they've taken the stage, 13 years since they played the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and it's time for the return of the Gulf Coast very own 12 Stones. The Sound 228 and Budweiser present 12 Stones live at the D'Iberville Community Center Saturday, July 19th. This is an all-ages show, the return of 12 Stones. 12 Stones with special guest Counterfeit, the tribute to Limp Bizkit, Envision, Them Guys, Transient, and the big reveal. 12 Stones is back. 12 Stones, Counterfeit, Envision, Them Guys, Transient, and the big reveal. Saturday, July 19th at the D'Iberville Community Center. This is an all-ages event. Show tickets are just $25 in advance. Get tickets at thesound228.com.
Man, if you are, it's a sick show. If you're going to be like, it's a Gulf Coast, definitely a Gulf Coast show. This is every single Gulf Coast band that you want to see all in one place with the legendary 12 Stones. Head over to our website, thesound228.com, get your tickets. Please come and hang out.
Yeah,
we would love
and
to see
like
you there.
I don't want to blow smoke up our own ass, but we're putting on some killer shows, and we'll talk about one later on with Brenden. But if you could only see our chat, if you could only see our chat, like talking stuff. But
yeah, 2025 is on fire.
It's gonna be fire.
All right,
so
well,
shall we?
Yeah, let's bring in Brenden. We've got the world premiere of Dreams. Let's bring him in and let's have a chat. Hi.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, thank you for being here. For folks who might not be familiar with your music, please tell us a little bit about yourself and your sound.
So I'm alternative. I consider alternative edgy pop rock. I've been pretty much doing this now for about 15, 20 years. Been involved in miscellaneous metal bands as well. So I kind of come from a hard rock metal background, but a big pop singer is highly my influence into my sound. And that's pretty much it.
That's okay.
I love it.
What
got you into music? What got you into music? What got you into, playing, singing? Where did it all begin for Brenden?
I'm a third generation singer in my family, drummer. I grew up around mainly country, and going to carnivals and like moose lodges and ambets and seeing my grandparents and uncle perform. So that was kind of like, what kind of gave me my drive. And I got a drum set at a young age, and I was singing a lot at a young age and training and taking lessons, and just kind of developed into my own sound and what I wanted to do later on, and started playing drums in some metal bands, and then ventured off and started writing my own music and started my solo career outside of all that. And that's kind of like what's built it, the steps to now.
Nice.
You've been releasing some singles, over the past year or so. You recently released a cover of the Verve Pipe, which I thought was really beautiful, really well done. But this next song, Dreams, you told me when we were talking backstage that this is an original track. So what was the inspiration or concept behind this song for you? So
this song, I wrote it while I was in detention in high school. I remember writing it. It's just sitting at the desk there. It's just about like a bad dream. You're dreaming of your spouse or your significant other that's being deceitful, and you're actually dreaming it, and it's actually coming to life. And then, she thinks that it's okay, and they are trying their best to make you believe that everything's all right regardless of what they've done to hurt you. So that's kind of like been the whole story behind this song.
Ooh, it sounds like it's coming from a narcissistic almost relationship, gaslighting, things of that nature. Sort of a dark.
It actually happens. I'm dreaming it, and the person is just what I just dreamt that is actually happening in real life. But then when I find out everything's okay, I still want to be with you. Just forget about it. No, like it's okay. The manipulating process starts to begin. Yeah,
sort of a cycle.
Yeah, I think we've all been there in some sense, and can relate to or know people that have been in relationships like that and stuff. So and that's one thing I've noticed with your material is it's very relatable.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's something artists need to do is write from the heart or experiences or of knowing of people to relate to, like your experience that you're writing from, or the idea that you're creating in a song. Someone else can interpret that in a completely different way.
Yeah,
that's the power of music, man.
Yeah, they do. The first listener won't even have to think like this is just, obviously it's about a dream, but not necessarily is about a relationship. It could be taken in one or two different ways, more likely.
Yeah, and that's the power of music. It's how people relate to it and how they feel to that music. Do we want to just get straight into it?
Yeah, let's get into it, and then we can dissect and talk more about it after. All right, here it is, world premiere on the Sound 228, Dreams by Brenden Starr.
Stars in the skies trying to hold on.
Sorry,
I
my
love-
fault.
It's
I'm not as quick. I'm not as quick as Kevin.
Was you guys?
I love
speaking
your
on that?
voice. I do. I love your voice. And yeah, your feed is sort of coming through a little bit patchy.
On my end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a live podcast, man. Sometimes these things happen. It's okay.
We like.
We've all
But anyway,
experienced it ourselves.
let's talk about the track. Like, I
Yeah.
really like it. It gave me, like, especially more so like the music behind gave me like a throwback to like early 2000s pop punky vibe.
Yeah, that's what I get. That's why I say what I keep getting.
Yeah, I really like
Third
the,
person this
you
week
know,
that said that.
yeah, it gave me that sort of vibe, and it took me back to my teenage years. No, it's a great track, and like I like the lyrics. It feels very powerful. Obviously, it will take, because that's the first time
Yeah.
I've had the video.
It definitely is.
Send it to me, but
When I wrote this song, I just, I didn't want to really like overthink it. I wanted a nice radio rock feel, verse, chorus, verse, and then do like a powerful vocal run in that bridge. And I wanted to keep it straight radio. So that was the process when I wrote this song. It was just make something that's like a top 40 rock radio single, and that's kind of how like the structure came about with that song. And obviously it's very emotional. I may end up getting a little teary-eyed performing it next week, because every time I hear it now, I think of how long I've wrote this song, and it's been recorded 4 times. So, and just remember digging it into my brain when I wrote this song in detention, and why I wrote it, and the thought process at the time, and the ideas that were going through my head, mentally in some kind of distress when I wrote those lyrics. So it takes me back into a time warp, and I kind of think of things that I've seen over the years. So if that makes sense in my crazy little brain.
yeah, like you can hear in the lyrics, like kind of how much it means to you, if you know what I mean, because it's got that.
Yeah.
Powerful.
My favorite part is the second verse, where I talk about, because I've had this particular dream where I dreamed that I was drowning, and I've had waves take me under in the undertow type thing. So every time I sing that part, I can actually take myself to that place when I close my eyes and actually sing those lyrics live. I'm actually picturing the waves hitting me. I literally just last Saturday when I played in Baltimore, that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I sing that verse. It's a good feeling, it's very therapeutic.
Yeah, but that's powerful stuff when it takes you to a place. It's, like for me, when I was listening to it with the whole pop punky vibe, like that took me back to like when I was a teenager, and listening to the likes of like Alien Ant Farm and Sum 41 and stuff like that, like
Nice.
And taking me back to there, it's like, oh, then I start remembering stuff of what I was doing when I was like 15 years old and stuff like that. So I love it when music does that to me, brings back those good memories of the good times.
I don't know. It also draws a lot of emotion from like that time period in my life. I spent plenty of days in detention. And I mean, when I think back to high school and that emotional time in my life, I think anyone who listens or understands the concept of that songwriting, from that place, sitting in detention in your teenage years, there's so many emotions that run through your mind. It's such a chaotic emotional time. You feel so disjointed at that time, and emotions literally come at you in waves, and it's like a tsunami of emotion over and over and over again, and it's really hard to process. I think you did a really nice job. I think you achieved what you set out to do. It sounds like a very radio friendly pop rock Absolutely. I think you did a great job. I'm really looking forward to hearing you perform that. You've got a great show coming up. Um,
Yeah.
it's, do we have it?
Of course, I have it.
Oh. Rock on the Hill on Saturday, June 7th in Hanover, Pennsylvania. We've got the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Until I Wake, Brenden Starr, Major Moment, the Almas, Tube Freaks, Six Whiskey Revival, Dreamwake, Ashes Fall, Veer, Lives Lost, Closure, Felt Side Out, Poet the Band, Vitruvia, Burn the Martyr, and Morning in May, all coming for one day of amazing rock. Special K, Kevin Harris, is co-hosting the event. I will be there. So will our senior writer, Ann. So I hope that you're going to come. And Brenden, please tell everyone, like we were talking backstage, like this is your 5th year of this event?
4th year.
4th year of this event. What
Yeah.
inspires you to start a festival in Hanover, Pennsylvania?
It was just a childhood dream of mine. I always thought about bringing a music festival, or what if a big bands would come to my little hometown and just put on a rock show. Going back to when we were talking about dreams and detention, most of my detentions were for skipping school, going to concerts and getting caught. So more than likely that particular detention had to do with skipping and going to the Chameleon Club in Lancaster when we had the Chameleon Club. If you recall, that particular venue was the go-to spot before they closed, like right around COVID or before COVID. But yeah, so I brought this up a couple years ago, and we do it through a nonprofit, through the Hanover JC's chapter. And the first year going into it, we actually had a really good first year. Didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, we had bands like Tantric and Jimmy's Chicken Shack, and we've done good every year. So it's never been like not successful for me. So I mean, or else we want to be on the 4th year now and getting bands like Red Jumpsuit Apparatus and Till I Wake, you know. So it's grown each year, and we've gotten a bigger stage, a bigger production, and I like to say, you know, my little childhood dreams kind of growed. You know, it's grown into itself. So
I like it. So it's a non-profit event.
yeah,
So I'm presuming all proceeds go to help.
All the proceeds to the Hanover JCs go back into community events. One of the other big events is the JCs has put on for, I think, 55 years now. They do a Miss Hanover pageant, and that's like an iconic thing for the town. And most of these girls will be, you know, it'll be like Miss America type thing. They'll do the whole 9. And a lot of these girls end up going on to, like, you know, Miss PA or doing Miss USA and stuff. So it's a big thing. You know, they represent the town, and then some of them do go on to Miss America or try out for those things. That's one thing. A lot of money donates for that as scholarships and stuff. And then the big one is for children in need around the holidays. A lot of funding goes into that for low-income housing families and stuff like that around the Hanover areas, around the Christmas time, stuff like that.
I mean, that's important work in your community. That's a lot to be proud of.
Yeah.
I think that, especially, I think that the music community, we all love to get around something that we can do to dump back funding into our own local communities. So, I mean, not only do you have that, it's a nonprofit for the JCs. It's a huge organization all across the country. They're important in so many communities, but there's also a lot of local food truck vendors coming through, which I think is fantastic. I think the selection is up quite a bit from what I remember when I was there a couple years ago. You've got a great selection of folks coming through, and I think you can also, can you still bring chairs?
Yes. And you can bring a pop-up as long as space is there. I tell people, if you're going to bring one, don't sit in the middle of the field where people are going to stand just because you want to sit in front of the stage with your tent. Obviously we'll get some funny questions sometimes in the emails, but yes, you can bring a chair, you can bring a pop-up. First come, first serve. basis
Right.
on those things. But yeah, I try to be as accommodating as possible. Obviously, some festivals don't allow that stuff. This is, this isn't a Live Nation event or any of that stuff. I've tried to be super flexible and make it a good experience for what it is,
Well, it feels like, I mean, when I was there a couple years ago, it feels like a very hometown event. This doesn't feel
Yeah.
like some overproduced event. But this year we have the addition of a second stage, which
Yeah.
for anyone who's familiar with the layout of the fairgrounds where this is being held, it's going to be to the right of the main stage. So we've got some acts that are going to be performing second stage, main stage, and you'll be able to see it all from wherever you're perched. You don't have to move. You don't have to walk a whole mile to a different stage. It's all right there. It's very community feeling. I mean, you park in the grass. You know what I mean? It feels like a great community event. So kudos to you for that. I'm really looking forward to it. And
Thank you.
in addition to, where can people get tickets for that?
They can get it off the Eventbrite link that's on the Rock on the Hill Facebook page and the Rock on the Hill website as well.
rockonthehillpa.com.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a slacker with the website because I don't ever get on it. I'm so much on the Facebook page that I'm just so used to sharing the link and reposting it. I never get on the website. Some of the other people do. The JCs usually are the ones that will monitor the website. I don't want to write the website.
A lot of bands that you hear on the Sound 228 are going to be there, and a lot of really great local acts as well. Please, please, please. Veer, Lives Lost are local. Sorry, I have to look. I don't know. No one else is standing out to me as super local, but the Almas are coming through. We know you know them. Major Moment, of course. Please just come out. It's going to be a great week, a great day for rock in the middle of PA.
You're missing the most local Hanover PA person on that lineup, and he sat right in front of you.
Well, I thought it was a given.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I thought it was a given. It's his festival. So, and Brenden Starr will be performing that song at Rock on the Hill. And there's another place that you're going to be hopefully performing that song. Matt, do we want to talk about that really quick?
Kevin would kill me if I didn't.
That's all right. Yeah. We have a very important show that we want you to know about on Saturday, September 13th at the Sanctuary in Biloxi, Mississippi. Rock for a Reason. This is a suicide prevention and awareness show. September is Suicide Prevention Month. So we are very excited to be doing this with our partners in Mission 22 and the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Kingdom Collapse, Dark Remedy, Envision, Papercut Massacre, Brenden Starr, and Raven's Banquet. Please, please, please come on down and join us for this very important show.
It's a hell of a lineup.
It's one hell of a lineup.
It's one hell of a trek for you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll have something special in store, an announcement later this summer and trek to that. I can't really announce it yet. I want to kind of wait.
I presume you're driving down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on your way.
It'll be.
Yeah, pick her up on the way.
It'll be.
I'm on the way.
It'll be built around something special.
Yeah. Have you played with any of those bands before?
No, but I do talk to J Rod a lot, and hopefully we can make some stuff happen in the future. I really like his band, and I think we make a good set list together playing live.
Yeah, he's okay.
J Rod's amazing.
I know he was on here a while ago. I don't know if
he's probably still in there somewhere.
He might be lurking. We don't know. It's okay, but it's a very important.
Shout out to John Malfi.
Yes, from Veer, we love him. I'm looking forward to seeing John as well. I think it's been a little bit since I've been able to see him face to face. But it's a very important show. Suicide plagues our music community. It plagues our young people. And there's something that we can do about it. And also Mission 22 and the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention will be in the house at that event with resources. And you can talk to them etc. So tickets are on sale right now at thesound228.com. Please come see us down there and come see Brenden Starr. And if you're in our area, get on up here to Hanover, Pennsylvania on June 7th. We would love to see you there.
And just came late.
Anne's always late.
That's okay. She'll be there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like, we're all here. We all love rock and metal and whatever. But that's 2 killer shows, 2 killer lineups that are giving back to the community. We've got Rock on the Hill that's giving back and helping out kids with scholarships and stuff like that. And then a big thing in this industry, I feel that the rock and metal heads that we are have all been rejected by society in some way, shape, or form. And we all suffer. We all have our bad days of our mental health. And I think it's important to highlight the awareness and, you know, go down, chat to some people who can potentially help if you are struggling. You know?
Absolutely.
2 great lineups.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming on here. If people are looking for you, I'm trying to think, the one handle I have, Brenden Starr 12. Is that correct for your social media?
Yeah, my website's up as well. So it's brendenstarmusic.com as well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it's under construction, but all the meat is up there. I just don't have my merch store and all that good stuff yet, but videos and upcoming shows and stuff are on there.
What other upcoming shows do you have?
That's kind of like a secret.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
I that's an announcement. You know, maybe.
No worries.
Apparently, you're playing Blaze for the Brave in October.
I mean, that'd be cool. Oh yeah.
Don't do that to him, man.
Yeah, I was in deep thought process about my summer, and you're jumping me right to October. Yeah, you are correct. I have a weekend in October. I'm actually, there's another benefit show I'm doing in October, and then the Blaze for Brave. That is a crazy like hot sauce eating tournament going on, and all kinds of things hot. Peppers, hot sauce. Yeah. It all has to do with stuff like that. That's where the Blaze comes from.
No.
Yeah,
where is this? Can you tell us where it is?
Yeah, it's in Gettysburg.
Oh, no.
That's only like 30 minutes from Hanover.
It's super close by. So yeah, if you're coming up to Hanover, Pennsylvania for Rock on the Hill, be sure to swing by the Gettysburg battlefield. Lots of Civil War stuff around that area. So thank you for being with us. So guys, head on over to Brenden Starr 12 for his social media. Or do you have brendenstarmusic.com, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And when does your song drop?
Friday. This Friday.
All right.
30th. Yep.
All right. You'll be able to hear it. Matt, do we have it synced up for playing on the sound until then?
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I think so. I'd have to talk to Kevin.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Yep. See you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Awesome.
That was fun.
Annie missed the new song. Bless her.
I'm very sorry to see that, Anne. When we're done with the live, you can go ahead and replay it, and you can watch us again. I'm sorry.
Right. Crazy.
Well, thank you all for tuning in and for being here and your comments. We appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go download the Sound 228 app. That's your best way to stay informed. I'm just looking at the comments really quick. Hot pepper eating for first responders on Gettysburg. Oh, dear Jesus. No.
Yeah, I like my hot food, but I'm not. Yeah, no, that sounds like a lot.
No, that's too much for me. Like my stomach hurts from that.
It sounds like a terrible day in the bathroom afterwards.
Oh, okay. Well, we hope that Kevin and Jared did well on their point competition. Hopefully we'll get more from them on that on the next podcast. But until then, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here.
We'll
Good
see
night.
you on the next one, people.